Notice to the public. Individuals addressing the council should be respectful of others and their choice of words and actions. Owners of properties being considered this evening will be allowed to address the council at the time the condemnation hearing is called. When the address is called, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. All cell phones and electronic devices used for communication should be silenced for the duration of the meeting. And I'd like to call the meeting of Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024, a special council meeting to order. And if everyone would please rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Lord, please guide us so that this meeting can be productive. Lord, we pray that you satisfy the needs that need to be met during this meeting and strengthen us as we make tough decisions. Father, let us be effective and decisive, and we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Smith, may we have a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr. Voisin, Mr. Amity,
Here.
Champagne, Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, ma'am. I have a letter from Councilman Clyde Hamner. It says, please be advised that I will be unable to attend the upcoming special session condemnations meeting. I've reviewed the agenda and have made known my concerns. I apologize for any inconvenience my absence may cause. Thank you. Item 1 is conduct public hearings and take action on the proposed condemnation of structures located at the following addresses. We're going to start with item A, 1301 Woodrow Street. Ms. Brown, if you could press your button, I'll give you your microphone.
This item was continued from the February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing. An inspection conducted on April 15th shows that this structure has had some renovations done to it. So it is our recommendation to condemn the structure, but grant them 90 days.
Okay. So Mr. Champagne makes a motion to accept the recommendation of the staff and seconded by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item B, 7361 Park Avenue.
This matter was also continued from our February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024 indicates that this structure continues to be in a dilapidated situation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Champagne and a second by Ms. Chauvin and Mr. Carl Harding.
If you look at the item B here, it says District 5. I actually talked to Ms. Laura Broomfield, the sister to Alma Stewart, and Janet Marie Coit. Recently spoke with her less than an hour ago. Part of the problem with this particular piece of property has been abandoned for a number of years. We had communication going to that particular address, but it was not, received by them in a timely fashion. Got lost in the shuffle. I think Miss Stewart, she attended the lady with the cane at the last hearing that we had. So Ms. Broomfield has spoke with me on the phone. Their intent, they actually have two bids to have it demolished. So I would like to introduce a substitute motion to actually keep them in the condemnation list and actually give them 90 days to actually have that condemned.
Clarify.
All right, so Mr. Harding motions to amend the original motion to add 90 days.
Excuse me, so is it to condemn with 90 days
Yeah,
and
right.
not with 30?
Yeah, you just give them 90 days. 'Cause
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right, so
But she
the,
should have it done from what she's saying within the next month or so.
Okay.
so the motion is to condemn, but the amending the motion from 30 days to 90 days by Mr. Harding, seconded by Mr. Trosclair. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays.
Incorrect, it is not in District 5.
Right, it's District 2.
District 2. Item C, 6408, 6410, 6414, 6420, 6424, and 6426 Alma Street. Ms. Brown.
This matter was continued from our February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing. The recommendation is that these structures be continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service. That means that lien holders are involved with this property and they were not notified. We are just finding this out today.
Make a motion to accept the recommendations of the planning and zoning.
So Mr. Champagne makes the motion to accept the recommendations of staff. Second by Mr. Harding. Mr. Pulaski.
Yeah, I just wanted to explain a little further. So that item about notification and notifying lien holders, there are 8 other properties where we had the same thing happen. So you're going to have a total of 9 properties on tonight's agenda with the same issue. It's a public notice issue, and due process is a matter of practice we have to follow. So you'll be seeing that on 8 more.
Thank you, Mr. Pulaski. So did we vote on that?
No.
All right, so members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item D, 600 Columbus Street. And again, I want to remind anybody that's in the audience tonight, if your property is called, please come up to the podium so we know that you're here to speak on it. Ms. Brown.
This matter was continued from our February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing. An inspection conducted on April 16, 2024 indicated that there have been some changes, indicated that there have been some changes to the structure. So we are recommending that this structure is continued to the next condemnation hearing on July 23rd, 2024 to allow the owner to obtain a permit and do further repairs.
So moved. I move to follow the recommendation of.
Mr. Harding moves to follow the recommendations of the staff. Second by Mr. Champagne. Members, vote your machines. You want to say something, Mr. Harding?
Yeah, I spoke with the property owner today. He obtained a permit today, and that conversation, and I think from the pictures that we have up here, he's actually even made some more, because we spoke, yesterday, I think it was. So he had made some more cleanup toward that. So with that being said, for those folk that are here, and I'll use this opportunity, for folk that I've actually had come to me, and they have come to other council members. When you receive that letter, don't wait till the last day to come in here. It's difficult for us to manage things that are like that to at the last minute. Each one of these pieces of property is in a particular district. I suggest that you contact your elected official and it make the process up here much swifter. And if you had to have the opportunity for us to coordinate something to assist you. We have a housing problem in Terrebonne Parish. We also have a blighted property problem. So if you get the letter, respond to the letter, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. Members, have you voted your machines? 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. 611 Burnett Street. Yes, your property. Just come to the podium, right there. And just hang on. The staff is going to give a recommendation, and then you'll
Yes, sir.
be able to give me your name and address for the record.
Yes,
Ms.
sir, no problem.
Ms. Brown?
This matter was continued from our February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing. An inspection conducted on April 19th indicated that the structure continues to be in a dilapidated situation. It is our recommendation that this matter be continued until July 23rd, 2024, to allow the new owner to obtain a permit and do the necessary repairs.
Okay, sir. Give us your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir, my name's Kim Lorette, 611 Burnett Street, Chauvin, Louisiana.
And you're the new owner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you understand that what we're doing is the staff has recommended that we continue this until our next meeting on July 23rd, 2024, which is going to give you some time to obtain the permit so that you can do the necessary repairs to that property?
Yes, sir, I needed to address the council because there's a lot more going on than y'all, that y'all aware of.
Okay?
Yes, sir, I appreciate y'all time. What it is, okay, I was the owner of this property since 2006. Being honest with y'all guys. Now, what happened was the hurricane completely almost destroyed the building. And I was going through FEMA and Restore Louisiana with the damages and everything. And FEMA said I own the property. I got an affidavit that was from 2008 stating I own the property. FEMA was good with that. Restore Louisiana said, well, no, you didn't own the property. Someone else owned the property. So what happened was the property was, like you said, the property was put on my name with the affidavit. If y'all seen a copy of the exchange of the property, you're gonna note that there's the affidavit on the property, original transfer. It states that I was the owner since 2008. What's happening now was FEMA got involved and Restore Louisiana reopened up the case. Tomorrow, I got to meet with the some kind of disaster team. They're going to reevaluate the building and then take it from there. So
Okay.
I can advise y'all on or keep y'all updated on what's going on with that, sir.
All right, Mr. Lerat, that's exactly what we would ask you to do.
Yes, sir.
That you don't contact the council, though. Contact Ms. Camilla Brown and update her. Ms. Chauvin, you have a request to speak.
Yeah, so do you have this paperwork with you that says that you have a meeting with the disaster team?
I just received it today on
Okay.
the phone, ma'am.
So
I
you
was
don't,
called on the phone by the disaster team. Also, I mean, I have a worker with FEMA that works with me every month. I see him every month. And then they just now reopened my case with Restore.
okay, question, you lived in this house before the storm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah, that was my home.
okay,
I've been living there for about 15 years.
all right,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Okay, yeah, I would say that it's important for you to show Ms. Camilla that you have that meeting. I mean, they usually send something in the mail too.
I was surprised, ma'am, when they called me on the
Okay,
phone. I
no
wasn't,
problem.
I was caught, off guard when
Right.
that happened. I
Maybe
got a meeting ma'am.
request something from
I
them
will
so that you can
request
get
them
it to Ms.
tomorrow.
Camilla.
I'll meet at 5:00. That's the meeting that they gave me in the
Okay.
evening.
Mhm.
So I can request, some kind of proof.
Or just tell them that you need it for
Yes, ma'am.
this part of it.
And question, guys, I've never been through this before. So who do I, like somebody's supposed to be representing me, they said, like some kind of representative? Who does that in the area I live in?
Who's your council person?
Yes, ma'am.
That would be me.
That's you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I've never met you before, and
Right.
I really never had a reason to,
Right, it's not it's
so
not a problem.
I wasn't aware who I needed to speak with, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you're gonna be dealing with the nuisance abatement department here, with the parish government. you can find their number on the website, or she'll give you a card.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
That way you know who to contact
Yes, ma'am.
when you have that
Yes, sir.
information, and that'll help you navigate through this process.
I appreciate
So I
it, guys.
appreciate you coming and
Yes,
speaking.
sir.
And so you can make a motion, Ms. Chauvin, to,
Yes, I make a motion to follow the staff's recommendation.
we have a motion by Ms. Chauvin, second Mr. Trosclair. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, zero nays, motion carries. So, Mr. Lerat, we've continued this to July 23rd to give you time to get that worked out. But as long as you stay in communication with them and they know what's going on
Yes, sir.
and they can follow the progress,
Yes, sir.
we'll get you through this.
I'll try to get all the paperwork that's necessary. And
All
thank
right.
you all again for your time.
All right, Ms. Chauvin?
Just point of information, Mr. Lerat,
Yes, ma'am.
because I will keep up with Ms. Camilla. I always ask to be updated on
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot of these things to make sure that we're continuing in a manner that we're,
Sure,
getting
yes,
things
ma'am.
done and moving things forward. Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
Also a question too, one more question. Like to get in touch with you, do I go through her or? how?
No.
No.
Or it's just through?
You have an ink pen?
Yes, ma'am.
Write this down.
Yes, ma'am.
985-232-6823. Go ahead, 985-232-6823.
Yes, ma'am.
6823.
23?
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my phone number.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Your
thank
name,
you.
ma'am?
Ms. Chauvin.
Kim
Kim
Chauvin.
Chauvin.
I'm Miss Kim. Thank you, Miss Kim.
All right,
Well, it's easy to remember since mine is the same. All right, thank you.
thank you. Item F, 309 by the Large Road. Ms. Brown?
The initial complaint was received on October 5th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on October 5th, 2023, which indicated this structure to be in a dilapidated and dangerous situation. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 16th, 2024, indicated that the structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure is condemned in order to be demolished, removed by May 31st, 2024.
Mr. Pledger, I don't hear.
Please state your name and address for the record, sir.
Jerome Brigan, 112 Brigan Cove Lane.
Okay. Floor is yours.
Now, I'm just here for my mother. She couldn't be here.
Okay.
And it's her property. And I don't know what's the process of anything. I mean, I'm kind of like at y'all mercy to find out what, I spoke to Mr. Pledger. He knows the dealings of it, and that's about all I can say on the issue.
All right, Mr. Brand, Mr. Pledger.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I did speak with Mr. Briand in regards to 309 Bayou DeLarge Road, which is in fact his mother's property. In addition, it is a commercial property too as well that's no longer used as commercial, has commercial activities. So what I'm going to do, I'll follow up with you, but I'm going to follow the recommendation of administration and give you 90 days to bring it up to where it needs to be, or help me out, Ms. Camilla.
Actually, our recommendation was to condemn and the structure be torn down by May 31st, 2024.
So you just want to,
Okay.
you just want to make a motion to condemn and give
Yeah,
90 days.
condemn and give 90 days, yes.
All right, so Mr. Pleasure makes a motion to condemn and give the homeowner 90 days to complete
Condemnation.
the removal of the structure. And Mr. Brand, Mr. Pleasure is going to get with you and explain to you exactly all what that means.
Okay.
Do we have a second?
You call it? Okay.
Mr. Trosclair seconds. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item G, 8647 Park Avenue.
So the recommendation is that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
Okay,
Through research done by our legal department, it was determined that someone else should have been cited and they weren't. So we're gonna continue it to the next meeting.
I have a motion to concur by Mr. Trusclair, second by Mr. Harding. Members vote your machines. Mr. Champagne, I'm sorry, sir, you had something?
Yeah, this is actually a District 9.
So we followed the maps, and so we go with what's on the maps. Unfortunately, it might be a little messed up. I'm sorry.
Everybody voted?
They changed the district boundaries January 1st. So some of these,
7 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
they may have been.
Item H, 7549 Park Avenue.
So the initial complaint was received on June 22nd, 2023. The initial inspection conducted on June 23rd, 2023 indicated that this structure was in fact in a dilapidated and dangerous situation. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure is condemned, but given 6 months to make repairs.
Okay, sir, please state your name and address for the record.
Michael Duplantis, 4244 Highway 56.
All right, Mr. Duplantis, can you tell us your intentions with the property?
We intend on fixing the building. I filed for permits last week, but they're being held up until after this meeting.
Okay,
I sent your permit office everything that they asked for,
okay.
estimates and whatever they asked for, they got.
All right, Mr. Harding?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make a motion to concur with the recommendation, but I would like for you to go over there and just make sure that it's totally secure. And when you get an opportunity, give me a phone call because I wasn't able to get in contact with you. I'll call.
So, Mr. Duplantis, just so you understand, what they're doing is they're issuing a condemnation order, but giving you 6 months. Now, during that 6 months, if you're making a lot of progress, but you're just kind of gonna maybe not meet that deadline, be sure to contact Ms. Brown's office again, and you may be able to get an extension on that. But we're gonna have to see some good progress going on. But now that the meeting's passed, you should be able to get your permits.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you very much.
So we have a motion by Mr. Harding to concur with administration. Second, Ms. Chauvin. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item I, 7108 Grand Caillou Road.
So this matter was continued from the February 6th, 2024 condemnation hearing. The recommendation is that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
Move to concur with staff.
Mr. Babin makes a motion to concur with staff, seconded by Mr. Harding. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item J, 6888 Grand Caillou Road.
This, the initial complaint was received on August 14th, 2023, but we are asking that this structure also be continued to the next meeting due to insufficient service.
Okay, sir, please state your name and address for the record.
Walter Guidry.
Can you turn that mic to you? There you go, thank you.
Name's Walter Guidry, 882 Crochettville Road, Montague.
Okay,
This
sir.
is my building. I got the notice last week, about middle part of the week. And I did some improvement over the weekend, if you would like to look at it.
Your council member has already
I don't know who the council member is.
spoken some of that. He's gonna be addressing you here in just a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Babin?
I'm gonna concur with staff on this recommendation, but I was down there Sunday afternoon and saw that y'all were putting sheeting on the side of the building, okay?
Yeah, I lost 10 buildings for the storm.
Right.
I have that one and one other one that I'm repairing.
Right, no, in any event, no, I mentioned that to John earlier today, that I saw activity on this building Sunday. So,
Okay.
again, I concur with, staff's recommendation. That-
We have a
that
motion to
continues
concur
this.
by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Harding. Members, please vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item K, 1526 Barringer Street.
The initial complaint was received on October 25th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on October 26th, 2023, which indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that this structure is still in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, demolished, and or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Ms. Courtney?
Hi, I was appointed attorney ad hoc since they were unable to locate Clarence Ringgold Sr., who's listed as the current owner. It would be the estate of Mr. Ringgold. In furtherance of my obligations as ad hoc, I did an online search for him or additional addresses. I ran a whereabouts ad. I sent another certified notice to the address listed at the tax assessor. And recently I checked with the parish assessor and the clerk of court to see if there were any sales or successions that had been open, and there's been no change. And I've not been contacted by anyone with the estate or Mr. Ringgold.
Thank you, Ms. Alcock.
Thank you.
Make a motion to concur with administration.
We have a motion by Mr. Pledger to concur with administration, second by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item L, 7311 Shrimpers Row.
This matter was continued from our February 6, 2024 condemnation hearing, but the recommendation is that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
I move that we concur with, with staff on this, but I also have a like.
Oh, I hit it twice for some reason, Danny.
Okay. I spoke to the gentleman this afternoon, Mr. Soleil, and he sent me a letter, a copy of the letter that he received, and I know it's insufficient, but the date on here is Wednesday, the 24th for the meeting.
Yes,
Okay?
and that is why
That's one of the
that
reasons.
that
Okay.
meeting was rescheduled due to that date on there.
I just wanted to make sure that that was the reason. Okay.
All right, so we have a motion by Mr. Babin to concur with staff, second Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item M, 700 Morgan Street.
An inspection conducted on April 22nd, 2024 indicated that this structure has been demolished and the debris was being removed at the time of the inspection. It is our recommendation that this file be closed.
So moved.
Mr. Harding moves that we concur with administration, seconded by Mr. Champagne. Mr. Harding, you had something?
Yeah, I passed by there today. It's all cleared out. Everything, there's nothing left. Dirt sheet looks good, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they've actually done a great job with that. Thank you.
All right, members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item N, 101 Casman Street.
The recommendation is that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
Yes, sir, please state your name and address for the record.
Raymond Odemo, 101 Casman Street, Berg, Louisiana.
All right, can you tell us what you intend to do with the property, sir?
I'm planning on tearing this trailer down.
Okay, so when's our next meeting?
July 23rd,
Yeah,
2024.
okay. All right, sir. So what the staff is recommending that this matter be continued until the next time that we meet it, which is going to be July 23rd, 2024. If you get it torn down within that time, please contact the nuisance abatement department so that they can do an inspection and see. Otherwise, you'll have to report again to answer to the condemnation call.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Brown?
So it's not just the trailer that's on here, we are also addressing the 2 accessory structures. So that all would need to be removed.
All right,
Okay.
you understand that? Okay, and if you have any questions, you can contact the nuisance abatement officer and they can walk you through it. Thank you for being here tonight. We have a motion to concur by Mr. Trosclair, second by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Item O, 4868 Shrimpers Row.
The initial complaint was received on May 8th, 2023. An initial inspection conducted on May 9th, 2023 indicated that this structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure is condemned and be ordered to be demolished, removed by May 31st, 2024.
Courtney Alcock, ad hoc, on behalf of Cyril LaBeouf and Patricia Carlos LaBeouf. I did the online search, whereabouts ad. I mailed a certified letter to the last address and have recently checked the assessor and the clerk of court, and I've had no contact from them or no new information.
Thank you, Ms.
Make a
Alcott.
recommendation to concur with staff to condemn and be demolished.
We have a motion by Mr. Babin to concur with staff, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 7 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item P, 311 South Central Boulevard.
So we're making the recommendation that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
We have a motion to concur by Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item Q, 208 Sterling Drive.
The initial complaint was received on July 21st, 2023. An inspection was conducted on July 21st, 2023, which indicated that the structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure is condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Ms. Alcock?
Ad hoc attorney on behalf of the owner, absentee owner Angela M. Tyler. I ran the whereabouts ad. I did an online search and sent certified letters. Checked the parish assessor's website and the clerk of court for any opening of succession or sale, and there's been no activity and no contact.
Thank you, ma'am.
With administration to condemn and act on it.
Mr. Babin makes motion to concur with administration's recommendation, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item R, 6924 West Main Street.
The initial complaint was received on June 12th, 2023. An inspection conducted on June 13th, 2023 indicated that this structure and the accessory structure was in fact to be in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that the structures continue to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure is condemned and hereby ordered to be demolished and or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Yes, sir. Could you state your name and address for the record?
Hi, yes, sir. My last name is Fan, Phan. I go by Jimmy. Easy, trust me.
And this is your property, sir?
Yes, sir.
And what was your intentions with the property?
Well, my intention on when I first purchased it in May 2021 is to repair it, in good working order. So May, and then by the September, we have the hurricane. So I didn't get a chance to fix it up. But the reason I purchased the property is because it's structurally sound, it's good, it's brick siding, and the only part that's rotten is the parking. I mean the garage, which is on the far left picture. That needs to be replaced. But overall, the structure of the property is very good. It's sitting on a concrete slab, but yeah, overall the structure is very good. It was built in the 1940s, 50s. All the shiplaps in there are perfect. The hurricanes only, it got no leaks in it right now. The roof's still good after the hurricane. It just is looking in a really bad condition, but it's very, structurally is very good. So I repaired one of those houses before. The current house that I live in right now is built in 1947, and there's nothing wrong with that structure. So
Okay.
I will fix it up.
Mr. Wazan?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Uh, what's been the holdup since the hurricane?
Just I have other projects and money.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just money wise.
well,
But I can get this fixed.
how long you been knowing, that this has been
I've been cutting the grass and everything. It
But how
just-
long you been knowing it's, the nuisance and abatement's been
Oh,
looking at this?
to be honest, this is the first letter I received that I come here. There's probably more because I just paid the taxes, the property taxes, and I just noticed that there's a big fines on there, and I did pay for that. So I tried to contact, but there wasn't any solution to it, so I just pay it off. And then,
I'm thinking 90 days and 30 days permit in place.
so let's say if I do get a permit for the to work on it, but good progress on it, can I continue?
So-
Can I get an update on
I need a permit in
extension?
30 days. You need to get a building permit to
Yes.
do the renovations within 30 days.
Oh, yeah. That's not a problem.
If not, you're gonna have a total of 60 and then it's gonna be condemned.
I'm sorry, one more time, sir.
If you don't get a permit within 30 days,
Uh-huh.
in 60, it'll be condemned. Am I correct? Is that how y'all?
Well,
You can condemn it tonight.
Well,
and give 90 days.
However much time you feel is appropriate.
90 days. My understanding was if we gave 30 for a permit, it would be only 60 from tonight? No?
You can condemn.
Why don't we just keep it simple to what we're accustomed to doing? And yeah, that's something Danny's experimenting with. I say experiment, but it's something that
I'm a guinea
Danny,
pig. Let's roll.
Danny's looking into to see the legalities of that. So the motion would be to condemn and give him 90 days to
Yes. Show
to get
progress.
his permit and show progress. So what we're doing is we're actually going to go forward with the condemnation hearing, but we're going to give you 90 days to get your permit and get started working on it.
Okay.
And stay in touch with nuisance abatement so they can come out and do an inspection and see that you're making significant progress on the property. Because I mean, if you just go out there and board it up, that's not going to qualify. We want to
Right,
see some
yeah.
work that's being done so
Definitely, yeah.
that way. And if you do that, then you could always ask for an extension.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can't get it fixed, I'll tear it down.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
we have a motion by Mr. Wazan to condemn and give 90 days, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. All in favor,
All right.
members vote your machines.
Thank you.
7 yeas, 0 nays. Mr. Babin.
Yeah, just to clarify what we were talking about here, the experiment, it's not our intention to want to tear down every home that's out there because we do have a housing shortage in Terrebonne Parish. But we have a responsibility as the council up here to make sure that we try to keep the parish as clean and as healthy for everybody as possible. A lot of times we'll give somebody 90 days, and not everybody that was here tonight, all right, but we'll give somebody 90 days and we won't see any activity at all. What I want to check into is that if we condemn something and give someone 90 days, but if within 30 days that they did not apply for a permit to do construction on that home, it automatically goes to condemnation, which in turn would probably give it 30 more days. So that's what Mr. Voisin was alluding to. We're not quite sure of all of the I's dotted and the T's crossed on that, so we're not using that tonight. But my point is that this would cover us from a parish standpoint a little bit better if we make sure that they get a permit within 30 days, a building permit. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Babin, for explaining that. Ms. Brown.
So I just wanted to make mention that it's okay that they keep in contact with us, but if they're wanting extensions on anything, they would have to come back to their council person. Okay.
Right. So just so that everybody's clear, let me make that clear. If you are underneath a condemnation order, but you're doing the repairs on your home, contact your council member. If you don't know who that is, contact the council office. They'll connect you to them, and through your council member, we can get you that extension. The nuisance abatement order department is not going to issue that extension, so don't call them. And if you do, they're just going to tell you call your council member. Okay? Thank you, Ms. Brown. So let's go to item S, 623A Hobson Street.
The initial complaint was received on September 18th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on September 19th, 2023, which indicated that the structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Ms. Alcott?
I was appointed ad hoc on behalf of the absentee owner, Renaud C. Laperouse. I did an online search for additional addresses. I ran a whereabouts ad. I mailed out certified notice to the last known address, and recently checked with the parish assessor and the clerk of court for any succession. I haven't been contacted. One address I sent to 403 Leveron Street was accepted, but the green card didn't indicate who signed for it, so I don't know if it was Mr. Laperouse or anyone associated with 623 Hobson Street. So I don't have any information to provide.
Thank you, ma'am. So I have a motion to concur with administration by Mr. Harding, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item T, 623C Hobson Street.
The initial complaint was received on September 18th, 2023. An inspection conducted on September 19th, 2023 indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Ms. Halcott?
I made the same efforts on behalf of Mr. Laperouse with respect to structure C, and I received no information from anyone associated with the property.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item U, 1205 Miles Street.
The initial complaint was received on February 27th, 2024. An inspection was conducted on February 28th, 2024, which indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished and or removed by May 31st, 2024. And if I may add, we have had many issues with this location. We have already tore down a shed at this location and removed debris. As you could see from the pictures, debris has remained. And so now we're still having an issue with the structure and debris and also criminal activity.
Ms. Alcott?
I was appointed ad hoc on behalf of the absentee owner, Claudia Rita Bergeron. I did an online search. I placed a whereabouts ad. I sent out certified mail to the last known address with a notice. I checked with the parish assessor and the clerk of court for any sale or succession. There's been no succession, but I did find on my online search an obituary for Claudia Rita Bergeron. And I assume she is the same Miss Bergeron that owns 1205 Miles Street, but I was not contacted by anyone or have any other information about that property.
Thank you, Ms. Alcott.
Motion to concur with administration.
We have a motion to concur with administration by Mr. Pleasure, seconded by Mr. Harding. Can we get the vote up? Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item V, 210 Ackland Avenue.
An inspection conducted on April 22nd, 2024, indicated that this structure has been demolished and is no longer in violation. It is our recommendation that this file be closed.
Motion to concur by Mr. Pleasure. Second by Mr. Harding. I knew what you meant. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item W, 107 Leeret Street.
The initial complaint was received on August 23rd, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 24th, 2023, indicated that this residential accessory structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 16th, 2024, indicated that the structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that the structure be condemned, but grant 60 days in order to demolish or remove the structure by June 28, 2024. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address for the record.
Richard Owen, 107 Lee Red Street. I'm in the process of demolishing that as we speak. You know, I'm in 100% agreement with you.
All right. You think you'll be able to get it down by June 28th?
I promise you.
All right. Mr. Babin?
Dickie, before you start tearing down, make sure that the ditch in the front is, because I was there and took pictures of it Saturday, and the ditch is definitely holding up any drainage along there.
The culvert is clogged up.
Well,
Where the
ditch,
driveway's at,
well, the ditch doesn't look too good either because they got all kind of stuff. I can show you in my
I
telephone.
know what you're
but you
talking
live
about,
there,
but
so-
that culvert where the driveway's at is completely blocked.
Okay,
It's
well.
been blocked since we moved there in 95.
Okay, well, again, I'll concur with administration to tear it down and give you 60 days to do it.
To condemn it?
Condemn,
And give him
excuse me.
60 days. So Mr. Babin makes a motion to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item X, 212 Knockan Street, Apartment 9.
The initial complaint was received on August 9th, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 9th, 2023, indicated that this structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to have the structure demolished or removed or repaired.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address for the record
Randolph LeBlanc, 208 Barkin Street.
and your relation to this property, sir.
That's a deceased family member. I have a will that's stating the property should go to my father. I'm in the process of hiring an attorney or somewhere, or somebody who can, I guess, bring before the court, and they can figure it out after that. I've been cleaning the property since 2015. Been paying property tax since 2015. So I need to get it to in front of a judge.
All right, Mr. Harding.
Yes, within my area. And if you notice that this piece of property going down all the way to BB. And this is at the same location. Another problem that he has on record, they have it kind of split up on one, and the other one it's all into one piece of property. The other problem that we also have is that because that when they were sending letters out, they were sending letters out to a person that's been deceased for 10 years.
Correct.
So the circumstances that we're dealing with right now is trying to take care of the matter. He's actually he does some grass for a living. He's been maintaining that, but the circumstances right now, he can't even get any repairs or anything like that, or any assistance because he have to take care of the nature of ownership. So that's one of the factors that we're dealing with, and then we can actually, with this time that we're allowing him to do something, maybe we can actually have something taken care of. So I would actually concur with the recommendation, and that's basically it. Now I'll be in touch with Mr. LeBlanc later on to actually assist him in any way I possibly could.
All right, so Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration and condemn and give the owner 90 days. But he's gonna work with you on the other matter, and should things work, he can always ask for an extension on that, sir. Seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Yeah. 8 yeas, 0 nays. Item X, wait, that was item X. Item Y, 212 Narcan Street, Apartment 8.
So the initial complaint was received on August 9th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on August 9th, 2023, which indicated that the structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to demolish, repair, or remove the structure by July 31st, 2024.
All right, again, for the record, state your name and address again.
Randolph LeBlanc, 208 Barkin Street.
All right. So Mr. Harding's gonna do the same thing for all of these properties. He's gonna make that recommendation, and he'll get with you to work with you to help you get that issue resolved.
And we're gonna do the same thing for the next piece of
Yeah.
property, so we actually done with it right now.
So,
You're good.
I'm good.
You good?
Okay, all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna do the same thing on all the rest of them. Mr. Harding will get with you and help you in any way that he could as you walk through the process to get the ownership proper.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate your help.
So Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration, second Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machine. Seven yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item Z, 212 Narcan Street, Apartment 7.
The initial complaint was received on August 9th, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 9th, 2023, indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that the structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to demolish, repair, or remove the structure by July 31st, 2024.
Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration, second by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machine. 7 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item AA, 212 Narcan Street, Apartment B.
The initial complaint was received on August 9th, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 9th, 2023 indicated that this structure and the accessory structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024 indicated that these structures continued to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to demolish, repair, or remove the structure by July 31st, 2024.
Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item BB, 216 Knockan Street.
The initial complaint was received on August 9th, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 9th, 2023 indicated that this structure was in fact to be in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 17th, 2024 indicated this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to have the structure demolished, repaired, or removed by July 31st, 2024.
Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item CC, 311 Dover Drive.
The initial complaint was received on October 6, 2023. An inspection conducted on October 9, 2023 indicated that this structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15, 2024 indicated that the structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to have the structure demolished or removed by July 31st, 2024.
Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Jarlin Pink, and my address is 825 Bayou Du Large Road.
And your relation to the property, sir?
I'm the brother of the owner of the property.
And do you know the intent of what's to be done with it?
The intent is to demolish the property. It's just been difficult finding reputable and reliable contractors to do the work. But we think that we have somebody now that can actually do it, and in the process of moving the stuff out of there so they could tear it down. I think like you can't just tear it down with the stuff that's in the inside of it. Has to go to the dump first. So we're in the process of making it happen.
Okay. Mr.
Yeah, I
Adam?
spoke to your brother. Is it your brother that lives in California? He called me, I think it was yesterday, and told me the exact same thing that you're saying right here. Y'all intention is to tear it down.
Right.
So I'm gonna make the motion to concur with staff and give them 90 days because they do plan on tearing it down.
All right. So we have a motion by Mr. Babin, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Mr. Plasky?
I'll wait till after you vote. After you vote.
Okay. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. So what it is the motion was to condemn the property, but give you 90 days to tear it down. And if you have any issues, you can contact Mr. Babin, have your brother contact Mr. Babin, and he'll walk you through the process. Mr. Plasky?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to make a point, and this is mainly for the folks here in attendance and the folks who may be watching at home, for the public's awareness. So whenever you demolish a structure, you need to get a demolition permit. Those permits are free. There's no charge. Please do not push all of the debris to the roadside. All you're going to do by doing that is just create more problems for yourself, because what will happen is once solid waste goes by and sees this big pile of debris, they're going to say, well, we don't pick that up. So then that's going to go to nuisance abatement. And now, in addition to your derelict structure, you're also going to have a junk and trash citation headed your way. So a demolition permit is free. The purpose of the permit is to ensure that whoever's applying for it has a plan for the debris removal. So you've got a dumpster coming to the property or whatever. Otherwise, it could become a even bigger mess, and we've seen that happen. So please, for the public, please get a demolition permit and do not put the debris by the roadside.
Thank you for bringing that up. I was thinking the same thing. So again, I'll repeat, Mr. Pulaski, and really anything that you do with a structure, you need to get a permit, whether you're gonna be remodeling it or demolishing it. And it's the owner's responsibility that the trash be hauled off. The regular garbage trash pickup's not gonna pick that up. Ms. Orgeron,
Yes.
you had your light on?
Oh, no, I didn't turn it on. I'm sorry. I don't know how it.
Probably Danny.
I probably hit the wrong one. No, I just wanted to make reference with what Chris was saying. This happened at, if not our last condemnation hearing, one prior to that. Somebody came up here and said, well, I started tearing it down, but I didn't have a permit, okay? And I moved the stuff to the street. That created another problem, like exactly what Chris is talking about. So again, why wouldn't you not go get a free permit, okay? And then find out exactly what you have to do. So again, this happens more often than not.
The other thing about the permit, it lets the department know that you are doing something, because if they see no action and we condemn this, we may send a crew out there to tear it down. But since there's a permit, then that helps you. Mr. Pulaski?
Yeah, and I've seen this happen just recently as last week. Someone may put their debris by the roadside, okay, which is mistake number one. But then what happens is overnight, that pile of debris magically becomes bigger because someone else driving along says, oh, that's a dump
pile.
site. So let me go get my stuff and I'm going to dump it there. So
Right.
same with the spare tires, one overnight becomes 4, becomes 10, and so on and so on.
Absolutely. Ms. Chauvin?
One of the things that I wanted to kind of expound on is getting the permit is free, and we see some that's happening in Chauvin right now where someone is demolishing something and did not know the guidelines, didn't know to have dumpsters there, or just chose not to do it, but it's creating havoc in the entire neighborhood because there are no dumpsters there. So all their stuff is flying everywhere throughout the neighborhood. And I'm getting a lot of calls every single day on it. So then it
Snowballs.
multiplies, the amount of problems that you're creating on yourself, because then it becomes a stop order. Then the next thing you know, you got litter violation. So you're snowballing your violations. So please get the demo permit that is free and follow the guidelines to a T. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chauvin. Item DD, 103 Royal Street.
The recommendation is that this structure is continued to the next scheduled hearing due to insufficient service.
Mr. Trosclair?
Yes, Camilla, insufficient, sir, that explain it to me why on this particular property.
So for this particular property, a lien holder was involved. So we're just finding this information out today. So a lien holder was involved and they were not notified.
Okay.
So we have to notify that lien holder.
So this was due to a lead holder.
Yes.
Motion concur.
Have a motion to concur by Mr. Trosclair, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Steve and I were having a who can press the button more times than the other. That's why I'm giggling. I wasn't keeping score. Item EE 300 Prosperity Street. I think he did.
The initial complaint was received on August 22nd, 2023. An inspection conducted on August 24th, 2023 indicated that this structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicates that this structure is still in the same condition. Our recommendation is that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Es Hugo Alberto Casares. Es the address is 8621 Park Avenue.
Okay, and what's your intention with the property?
Mr. Fuentes, he wants to demolish the property. He's on the process of getting the permit as soon as he can. He wasn't aware that he needed a permit until he heard y'all explaining that the permit is free. He's gonna try to get that as soon as possible. He might request more than 30 days to be able to hire a person to clean up so he don't leave the debris in the front of the property. He needs to hire somebody that's gonna demolish, hire somebody that's gonna clean up. So if he can get more time other than May 31st, he will want that, but he will eventually demolish the property.
Okay, and all you have to do to get that permit is go down to the permit office downtown here. You wanna turn your light on if you wanna say?
Okay, I'd make a motion to condemn and give 60 days.
Dice que le va a dar 60 días para que usted pueda sacar su permiso y poder demoler la casa.
60 días. Y en ese tiempo tengo que terminar todo.
It's fairly easy to get the
If for some
permit.
reason he can't finish within 60 days,
Get Ms. Chauvin's contact information, and she can help you to get an extension.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
Recibo la información de ella para cualquier cosa hacerla saber.
Okay.
All right, so we have a motion by Ms. Chauvin to condemn and give them 60 days. Do I have a second? Second, Mr. Harding, members vote your machines. Do you need to get her phone number?
Yes, please.
You got a
Have
pen?
something to write?
Use su teléfono.
I need to get. Let me get it.
Oh, well.
Hold up,
We-
I'm gonna write it for you.
She's gonna write it down. If you wanna come up here, Kim will give you her phone number as well.
Para llamar y usted sacar el permiso.
Pero me va a dar la tarjeta, ¿eh?
Sí, voy a agarrar.
So we have 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item FF 4277 Country Drive.
The initial complaint was received on October 12th, 2022. An inspection was conducted on October 12th, 2022. And it indicated that this structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Please state your name and address for the record, sir,
Corey Toops, owner of 4277 Country Drive.
and your intention with the property, sir.
To rebuild the property, sir, for sale.
Okay. Mr. Trosclair?
Yes, I spoke to Mr. Toops a few days ago, last week actually, and he had applied he applied for a permit in November 22, and he hasn't received his permit as of yet. He inquired about it on a month later, and they told him it could be 4 to 6 months, and he still hasn't received a permit. He got a work order, a work number, a permit number, but he doesn't have the permit itself. And he was under the assumption that he couldn't do anything until he got a permit. So I'm gonna make a motion that we hold this, to continue this to the next condemnation hearings.
Mr. Trosclair makes a motion to hold this, to continue this to the next meetings, seconded by Mr. Harding. Members vote your machines. Ms. Camilla?
Continue it.
So while Chris is looking it up, I also want to just state about this permit, what it actually was that, yes, he did apply for the permit, but he did not follow up on that permit with getting the necessary things that was needed for that permit. And so therefore, the permit was not issued in reference to this permit.
Stay attorney light back on, please. Go ahead.
Must have been a misunderstanding because I seen the email correspondence that he had with with the permit office. So I'm still gonna make a motion that we continue to the next meeting and we can get this straight. And Mr. Toops can either
I have copies from today.
Yeah, get with the permit office.
so, but
Get a new permit.
Okay.
Okay, good.
but we're gonna that's my motion. Thank you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
The only
so-
thing is, the only problem I had was the first time I applied for the permit, I was told, I went to the old Somni attorney's office, that's where I went. And I was told I have to go online and do it myself. And basically, I'm not
Savvy.
experienced in doing this. So I did my best, and it gave me it says, hey, your approval has been received, or your permit request has been received. And I asked, how long would it take? And they said, well, we're backed up. It'll be a while. And a year later, I still don't have a permit. So
All right.
if I get an email, because it says it's going to send me an email, if it says, hey, you need to do this to comply to get your permit, then I can take that action. So at this point, I don't know what I need to do. And I've asked that question several times. What do I need to do to apply?
So, Mr. Plaska, you want him to come back to the office, or you want
I'm
him to
gonna
call?
have someone call him first.
Okay, so Mr. Pulaski is in charge of that division,
Okay.
and he's gonna have someone contact you, and they'll explain to you what you need to do.
Yes, sir.
Call electronically challenged.
Hey,
All right, so we
I
have
don't
a
do
motion
Facebook.
and a
I'm
second.
horrible.
Members, vote your machines.
Yes, sir. In fact,
8 yeas, 0 nays. This matter is continued to the next meeting. Thank you, Mr. Toops, for coming down.
thank you, sir.
Item GG 246 Dana Lynn Street.
The initial complaint was received on April 25th, 2023. An inspection conducted on April 26th, 2023 indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 16th, 2024 indicated that the structure was still in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and or ordered to be demolished or removed by July 31st, 2024. So that's giving them a 90-day extension.
Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Stephen Keys. I own Procon Construction Group. This is one of my properties. I own 3 more lots back there. My address is 310 Lycaville Drive for my Louisiana office. I don't know if they got the right address or not, but they say they tried to serve me. My intentions, like this gentleman say right here, my intentions as a contractor was just to come in here, build me a couple houses, and sell them. They're needed.
This
I
this
don't.
one's been sitting a while, incomplete, so what you're intending to do with it? How long before you're gonna try and have it completed?
Well, last week I just happened to come down here and I spoke with Ms. Dion, and we already had the electrical. It's inspected, it passed. We also had the framing inspected, it passed. I'm here, I live in Florida. I'm right here in Panama City. I live in Florida. So I had to fly back down here, asked to have this meeting, or I'm sorry, this hearing actually postponed. They said they couldn't do it. So I'm here to answer your questions. And number one, I apologize. The lawn wasn't kept up the way it was supposed to have been. The guy that I hired, unfortunately, he died. I haven't had anybody actually to come through and help me out with it. So I have to come all the way over here to take care of the property. And that's my intentions, to actually get it finished. This is all I'm asking for. We'll finish up the plumbing within 2 weeks. The HVAC, rough end, passed within another 2 weeks. The exterior within a month. And we'll put the doors, the windows on, whatever it is that the council
So,
feels as though.
so you're thinking you can get it done in 90 days?
Yeah, I do.
3 months?
I do. But the only thing I'm asking is if I don't have it completely
All right,
with the certificate of occupancy in 90 days.
come see me. I'm your councilman, so call me, okay? So if you want to go back to the mic, that's my contact information, telephone number, email address, and I'm the council member for that area. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Somebody
I make a motion that
concur with administration.
concur with administration and give him 90 days.
All right, so we have a motion by Mr. Harding, a second by Mr. Pleasure. And what we're doing is we're concurring with administration for condemnation, but we're giving you 90 days to complete. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but you stay in touch with me if it looks like you need an extension, and I'll work with you on getting you that extension, because I see it all the time. In fact, I was thinking about looking to see who owns it, to see if they were gonna do anything, or what was the issue, because I'd have bought it off of them.
Mr. John, I want to sell it. Matter of fact, I'm still open to selling it.
All right,
No disrespect, but most of our work is now in Florida.
Right.
So that was my entire intentions. It was up for a sale. I had someone who actually was gonna purchase it, but he couldn't get the financing.
right.
So
Well,
if you know anybody who wants it,
we'll
I have
be-
3 properties back there. I want to get rid of all of them, and I really
Just-
appreciate y'all, but
Just contact me, and you can send me an email or something like that. But so just so that you understand, right now, you got 90 days to get it done, or make a sell on it, whatever you're gonna do. And we'll work with you. I'll work with you if we need to get an extension and we see significant progress. Chris, do you know if the permits for this is up to date?
Well, it's expired technically, but they've just, they had inspections performed on the 17th and 18th of this
So-
month.
so he
So
would
the
need to-
permit office, I think that just, when I call about the previous item, I'm also gonna tell them to get into this one and contact the applicant and just
To get it
update
renewed.
we were already extended. They gave us an extension until the end of May or the beginning of June, something like that.
It was an extension for 6 months. Now that was November 1st. So you're still you're just barely in that
In that one.
extension period, but it'll expire before the 90 days. So I'm just gonna get with them so they can extend it a little more.
Please, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chris. So we have a motion and a second. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays. Motion is approved. All right, so like I said, you got 90 days to do whatever you're gonna do with the property, and I'll work with you if we see significant work being done, if we need to get an extension, or if you have a sale pending or something.
Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item HH 531 Roanoke Street.
The initial complaint was received on September 20th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on September 21st, 2023, which indicated that this structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 19th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Ma'am, please state your name and address for the record
Janet Johnson.
and your relation to the
152.
property.
That is my grandfather's property. He
Okay,
passed, my uncle passed, and my aunt is sick. So they left me to tend to it.
and what's your intent with the property?
Tear it down.
And Mr. Harding?
Yeah, I was basically made aware because I was in the area to look at this piece of property, and I would actually concur with Ms. Johnson. But seeing the opportunity to do so, we're going to give her 6 days and revisit it to tear it down. So we're going to condemn it, all right, and give her 60 days.
Okay.
Mhm. And then, I mean, hopefully we can actually see what we can do with Ms. Johnson there. I only, I'm good at contacting people, but then Ms. Johnson,
No, that's because it's under my uncle's name.
right,
And
and
my aunt's name.
I
not
couldn't,
mine.
I couldn't follow up on it. So, give
And
me
you
an
forgot I
opportunity.
was a Jeff.
Yeah, right. Give me an opportunity to work with her, but then in 60 days, let me see what we can do with that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to concur, but
Concur.
make it 60 days
60
instead of
days.
30?
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Harding makes a motion to condemn and give the owner 60 days for demolition, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Seven yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harding will be in touch with you.
Okay.
Item II, 7517 Main Street.
The initial complaint was received on July 22nd, 2022. An inspection was conducted on August 26th, 2022, which indicated that the structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that the structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Motion to concur.
We have a motion by Mr. Harding to concur, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Mr. Babin.
Yeah, Mr. Harding, can we get in the picture, can we get the second structure taken down too?
They're gonna have a meeting on that. Actually, I mean,
We did
I can't
condemn it.
figure out which one we need to set out first.
We did condemn it.
You done, Danny?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we gonna button fight, Danny? Don't touch your machine. I was the last one. Item JJ, 4746 North Bayou Black Drive.
The initial complaint was received on October 12th, 2022. An inspection conducted on October 13th, 2022 indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 16th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Mr. Harding makes a motion to concur, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item KK, 1447 Highway 55.
The initial complaint was received on January 25th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on January 31st, 2023, which indicated that this residential mobile home was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address for the record.
Louis Leday. I live at 1449 Highway 55.
And your intent with the property?
I use it for storage and all. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff in there because I cut trees and all in front of my house. On the side, I don't know. If you want me to tear it down, I'll tear it down. I guess I just got to get all the stuff out of it. But I've been working on it, doing a little bit of stuff to it. But I use it as a shed for storage.
Okay.
I mean, I like to keep it because, I mean, I use it for storage.
Anyone wants? Mr. Charles Clare?
Okay, I mean, if you can't keep it in the condition it's in.
I understand
Because,
that. You know, I'm trying. I closed in a wall that storm messed it up a little bit, you know, but I'm disabled right now. I could do a little work, you know, but income, I can't fix it up great, you know, it's not livable, I mean, you know.
Right.
I don't plan on nobody living in it.
But,
I got on there by the cesspool. I filled that in. I didn't have power to it. They wanted to aerate or something, no electricity. So I just use it for put storage, you know. I had a house in town that I lost for the storm too. I bought everything from the house in town and put it in there.
Right. And, you know, also all the trash in the yard, debris.
That trash is a bunch of trees that I got. The trees I got that I cut. If you pass in front of my house, I got a sawmill. I cut trees. People come drop them off in the middle of the night, you know. That's how I make a little cash to pay my bills.
I'm gonna make a motion to condemn, but instead of 30 days, I'll give you 60 days to clean it up and make it safe. If you're gonna use it as a storage shed, it needs to be safe and closed up as a storage shed.
Should I put a fence around it or something? So I don't know if I'm getting. I don't know what.
you'll have to get with
I got wood, I
the,
can cut wood to build a fence, that ain't a problem.
but it's gotta be,
You can see on the side where I changed the wall, where I put some other tin on the wall to close that wall up right there. On the back
Needs a
side of
demo
it,
permit,
I
needs
cleaned
to
all the
come down.
fence line and all of that.
okay.
I've been working on that
Well,
the last.
like I said, you're gonna have, I'm gonna give you 60 days, or the council's gonna give you 60 days to get it in a condition that it,
Hang on, Steve, for some reason your mic went
I
off.
mean, what kind of code I got for a shed? I mean, I got two, containment boxes too in my yard, you know, they all pulled up right now.
so that's my motion. I'll make a motion and extend it from 30 to 60 days.
So Mr. Trosclair makes a motion to condemn, but give him 60 days.
Instead of 30.
To clean it up, is what's that mean? I mean,
To get it in compliance with Parish, you have to get with the permit office to see what it take to get it in compliance.
okay.
So
Jacking it up.
who seconded?
Painted it up.
Ms. Chauvin?
Yeah.
We have a second by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines.
Thank you.
8 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item LL 2650 Anaheim Drive.
The initial complaint was received on September 11th, 2023. An inspection conducted on September 13th, 2023 indicated that the structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024 indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this residential mobile home be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2023.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address for the record
Terrence Barber, 2650 Anaheim Drive.
and your intention with the property.
Was to fix it, get it back together. What happened was, why the property is like that, I was living in the property. 2018, I got incarcerated. Went to jail. I came home last year. While I was incarcerated, the storms happened, messed the house up. When I came home, I tried to get the help, but they told me about no one living in the house. It didn't have no electricity, no water. Everything was on me. Like I couldn't get no type of assistance. So I've been working. You know what I'm saying, the last year since I came home. I can't, I work in New Orleans, do a U-Haul in New Orleans. So when I get out here, it's damn near nighttime, so I really can't got no chance to do nothing. But the money I'm making, I gotta either save it to buy the plywood or whatever the wood is to do it myself, pay somebody to do it. But when it's time for me to do it, it's dope. So now I got a little time where I've been saving a couple of dollars, and you can look at the pictures. If you know from September to April, or whatever, you can see the difference in it where all the inside have been cleaned out. I've been doing that myself all that nighttime after work. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing what I could do, but now I got a couple of dollars saved up. If you give me some time, I can show some difference and get it done.
Okay. Mr. Pledger?
Okay, Ms. Camilla, can you repeat your recommendation again, please?
So we recommended that the structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, what I'll do is I'll concur with the administration, but give him 90 days. Now, in that 90 days, once you obtain your permit and everything, I highly suggest that you try and find, some time to kind of devote, to bringing it back up. Now, will it be 100% complete? And in addition to being inhabitable, we don't know, but at the same time, let's make a substantial,
Different. I got it. Make a big difference.
let's make some progress in doing that.
All right.
Make it look a little better and show that you're really doing it in those 90 days, and then we can revisit it at that time.
All right.
So I have a motion by Mr. Pledger to condemn, but give him 90 days, seconded by Mr. Babin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Okay, if you want to come walk up here, Mr. Pledger's going to give you his phone number, so that way you can stay in contact with him. Thank you, sir. Item MM 4745 Bayou Black Drive.
The initial complaint was received on December 7, 2023, and an inspection conducted on December 8, 2023, indicated that this structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 16, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Mr. Babin?
Yes, and speaking to Mr. Hamner last night, this is in District 6. We went over this with Mr. Pulaski, and his recommendation is to concur with administration and condemn and have it done by May 31st.
So we have a motion by Mr. Babin to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item NN 113, Ray Ellender Court.
The complaint was received on September 11, 2023. An inspection conducted on September 12, 2023, indicated that this structure was in fact in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Motion concurred.
I have a motion to concur by Mr. Harding. Second, Mr. Trosclair. Members, vote your machines. Seven yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item 4112 Southbound Mandalay Road.
The initial complaint was received on April 5th, 2023. An inspection was conducted on April 5th, 2023, which indicated that this structure was in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this residential mobile home be condemned, but grant 90 days in order to have the property owner obtain a demolition permit to demolish the structure.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Mr. Wesley Hall, 1425 Gordon Street, New Orleans, Louisiana.
And your intentions with the property?
Well, they have a trail on that property. I don't know nothing about it. I didn't have nobody giving no permission to put it on there. And I would have to take it for something, take and demolish it or whatever on my own, and it's not my trailer.
Can I say something? All right, I didn't know about the
Pull the
freedom.
mic close to you so we can get you.
I didn't, Kevin Franklin, 4116A, Southtown Mandalay Road. My sister was here earlier, she had to leave. She lived at 4108 Southtown.
Okay.
The property's at 4112, it's her estate. So I started tearing it down. A family member called me and told me to go and tear it down because y'all had sent a notice out or something like that.
Right.
Right. I didn't know about the free permit. I know now. I'll go get that before I finish demolishing it. I did start bringing it to the road. If I got to get a dumpster, I do that. Won't be a problem.
And if we're on this, it's
It would be on the estate. It's listed as the estate of,
John Matthews Senior.
yeah, and the owners.
They said the property is Wesley Hall and
Yeah.
Telescope.
So the property is listed on several people. It's got you, Mr. Hall, as well as Max Maxine Hall.
And she's
uh,
passed away. That's my
the estate
sister.
of John Matthews Sr., Eugene Bazile Jr., Leon Grow
They
Jr.,
all
Bessie
passed.
Grow,
They
Augustine
passed away.
Dappermont LaCour. So you're the only one left standing?
Well,
They did
tell
have other heirs out.
they have other heirs, but I
Right.
don't know who they like the second, third cousins, all the uncles and aunts and all of them
You gonna turn it
passed away.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Pleasure?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to concur with the administration in lieu of you guys getting the permit to
Yeah. finish
demolish it.
demolishing
And then from there, Mr. Hall, you guys can work out, because from what I'm aware, I spoke with Mr. Hamner in his absence tonight, and demoing it, that's the major concern right now. But outside of the demoing, the secession or whatever has to be done within the family to be able to, for whoever to take ownership of it.
Yeah, but I don't believe they have no succession there to own.
Right.
But
That's
one
a civil
part is
matter. We can do
mine.
that.
Right. The only thing that we want to address tonight, Mr. Hall, is the condition of the property. And I was able to actually see it, and I saw where someone had actually started to demo the property. However, please be advised, we need to get permit for that, and if you did bring some stuff to the road,
I'll get it done if
yeah,
I have to. But
absolutely,
it's not a very big pile right now.
correct.
I called the trash company. I talked to them. They actually put it on the list. And as far as somebody coming to put something in the way I live at, you know where I live. Ain't nobody gonna travel that far just to put something on the pile. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they will do it.
Well,
I know that.
yeah.
'cause
They
do
will,
it
but
in-
You
nine
never
times
know,
out
they'll
of 10
pass and see it and come
9
back.
times out of 10, somebody's out in the yard cutting the grass. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll see
Absolutely.
it.
So again, just to reiterate, we'll concur with the administration, give you 90 days to demo it, and
Well,
we'll
will
move
that
forward.
be, I'll be responsible for something like
No,
that?
you're good.
No, sir.
The
You're,
gentleman standing next to you said he's
you.
gonna take care of it.
We're gonna take
He's
care of
already started.
Cause I was wondering why somebody put something on the property,
I
and I
got
didn't
you,
know
brother.
nothing about
I
it.
got you.
And this the first time I get a notice, I ain't even give a warning.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
So we have a motion by Mr. Pledger to concur with administration. Second, Ms. Chauvin, members vote your machines. 8 yeas, 0 nays, motion passes. Item PP, 1605 Dunn Street.
So an inspection conducted on April 22nd indicated that the structure had been demolished. It was brought to our attention today that there's no longer any debris left on this location, so it is our recommendation for it to be closed.
Motion to concur.
Motion to concur with the administration.
Mr. Pleasure makes a motion to concur with administration, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item QQ, 1603 Dunn Street.
Okay, I'm sorry. An inspection conducted on April 22nd, 2024 indicated that the structure had been demolished, and it came to our attention today that there's no more debris left on this location, so it is our recommendation that it be closed.
We have a motion to concur by Ms. Chauvin, seconded by Mr. Harding. Members vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item RR 186 Ackland Avenue.
The initial complaint was received on April 12th, 2022. An inspection was conducted on June 14th, 2022, which indicated that the structure was in a dilapidated and dangerous condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 15th, 2024, indicated that this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned and ordered to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Yes, ma'am. Please state your name and address for the record.
Yes, my name is Sean Lyons, It's spelled Scheon, Lyons, Lyons, and my address is 436 Highway 311, Shreveport, Louisiana, 70395.
And your relation to the property?
It is my grandmother's property.
And do you know what they had intended to do?
Yes,
the
our
property?
intent is to demolish the property. I went on April 15th to have an eviction notice sent to the tenants that have a mobile home that is listed at 188 Ackland Street, which is located behind that property, because of the fact we want that mobile home moved because of when the demolition takes place, we don't want to be responsible for if there's any damage that could take place while that house is being demolished. We don't want to be responsible for any damages to that home. So they're scheduled to be out at midnight tonight off the property. I am in the process of obtaining a permit to have the demolition take place. I also contacted the city of Houma to find out about the meters that are on that property, have everything turned off, which there are no electricity or gas in that home, because no one's lived there for some time now. And I'm in the process of getting some contractors' bids to have that demolished.
Okay, Mr. Pleasure?
Okay. What, I'll go with the recommendation of administration, but give them 90 days to have demoed. And I'll give you my contact information and then you can just give me a call.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
So we have a motion by Mr. Pleasure to condemn and give them 90 days for demolition, seconded by Ms. Chauvin. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Item SS 6443, Highway 56.
The initial complaint was received on March 13th, 2024. An inspection was conducted on March 13th, 2024, which indicated that this structure was in fact to be in a dangerous and dilapidated condition. Notices was issued. An inspection conducted on April 18th, 2024, indicated this structure continues to be in violation. It is our recommendation that this structure be condemned in order to be demolished or removed by May 31st, 2024.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address for the record.
Perry DeCurdy, 8701 Crawford Street, Metairie, Louisiana, 7003. I'm asking for a 90-day extension for demolition. And where do I get the permit? This
All right,
is stuff
so-
that's not brought up on whether you obtain and
Yeah,
go forward.
The permit is, what's the address for the permit? You're gonna give it to him? Okay. Ms. Chauvin?
Okay, so the problem that it's sitting on a drainage issue, and 90 days we're in hurricane season, and the
That's what I
people
was
around,
hoping.
yeah,
I was hoping the hurricane will finish taking it away, but I understand what you're saying. And due to unforeseen circumstances, I've lost 6 family members. I just lost my wife St. Patrick's morning, and I really haven't put too much thought into the property. So this is why I'm asking for an extension.
Okay,
I do realize when hurricane season is.
okay. I understand what you're saying, but I've had a lot of people, like, it's an everyday process, like,
And this,
want to
and
be
this ditch is
updated.
not maintained. This
What-
ditch is only for about 4 properties. The pumping station down the road, my neighbor goes and turns it on because it doesn't have an automatic start.
Right,
My neighbor has to go there and fix it. So let's look at the main problem and not worry about the ditch that passes under this building, that the building is over the top of the ditch, not in the ditch. Let's get the ditch pumping system working. and we can go forward from there.
The problem
I'm asking
is,
for 90 days due to the fact that I've had a lot of hardship lately with losing both parents, my wife, a couple of uncles, and all of this within 10 months' time. So if I can't get the 90 days, then I'll just have to be in contempt, because right now I'm dealing with a lot of other stuff going on in my life. And this is just one more thing added to it. Like what's next coming down the line.
Mhm.
I bought a copy of my wife's death notice, since I don't have the death certificate yet, because the bureaucracy of the state dealing with this takes 60 to 90 days to get a death certificate. So I do have the prayer card that came out with her death being the 17th of March.
okay, I'm gonna go, I do want you to know though, I do have those four, there are forever calling me about this because it's been since August that it's been there. And I think they even tried getting in touch with the owners at that particular time, and they could never reach anyone to take care of it. They maintain that. They've told me that. They maintained that ditch before that. They would go in there and cut it, and it's not that I'm saying that that's okay, because it's not.
So
It is a job
is this
of a
a
parish.
parish ditch that brings it to the parish council, or is this private property ditch that
It
is
is
my ditch?
No.
What
it's
what
not
is it?
yours.
Is it parish property? Then the parish should go through and maintain it.
Just make your motion.
Okay. Condemn and give 90 days, strict
Okay.
90 days.
So we have a motion by Ms. Chauvin to condemn and give you the 90 days.
I thank y'all.
And seconded by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. We have a motion to adjourn, Mr. Babin, second by that guy over there, Mr. Wazan. Members, vote your machines.